enlist the support, get the form of mechanism. I think it's something, and that we should have a criteria once.
So, can you explain further what you mean by standard criteria? What is the standard criteria you wish to implement?
Right now, the court is working on this, and it's really a difficult undertaking because, you know, sometimes there are judges who write very well, so it takes them more time to write their decisions, and these decisions are are usually affirmed by the higher court. There are those who produce a lot of decisions, but they are all reversed. So there are many factors to take in consideration, and we have a problem about finding who should evaluate them. They do not want to be evaluated judge because they feel they are just peers, and their work is not reviewed by the executive judge. So we should really look into this, have a scholarly and well-studied measure to evaluate the performance of our judges.
Are you telling us that your basis for evaluating the performance of the judges will be their decision, the percentage of affirmance or reversal of their decisions?
No, not only that. That's why I should study the criteria should use in evaluating judicial performance, and it cannot be as simple as that. There are many things that we should consider.
Okay. Now, Justice De Castro, what to you is accountability? And how are you going to promote accountability in the judiciary?
Accountability means being responsible for your action. It is not enough that you are not found out, because you know somehow, some way you're going to pay for whatever wrong you have done. There's a higher being there watching over us, and so for me, accountability is not only something legal, but it is spiritual. It transcends what the law demands of us. And I think we should instill this sense of accountability through our Philippine Judicial Academy, the institution in the Supreme Court, which is taking charge of educating and developing the skills and the orientation of judges. And I think we should see to it also that legal education is reformed. I think we have paid very little attention to ethics. It's just a 1-unit course in college. So I think that should be allotted more units and given greater weight in the bar examinations.
Okay. Now, considering that the Legal Education Board is under the supervision of the Supreme Court and the Chief Justice in particular, how are you going to regulate the law schools in that regard through the Legal Education Board?
The Legal Education Board can decide on the curricula of the colleges of law, and I think this is a very potent way of looking at the administration of our law schools. I think the Legal Education Board has enough authority over schools. I think the Supreme Court should be more active. This Legal Education Board has only been recently organized.
Yes.
So
And it does not take care of.
I think the court should have a better or closer coordination with the Legal Education Board. It is with its supervision to pay attention.
Okay, Justice De Castro, I have here some questions, in fact, which are all direct questions. Okay, Justice De Castro, this is from a certain FCA. Justice De Castro, what can you say about the masses, rallies, bans,
One who tells me that there is a mass going on in the Supreme Court usually attend, whether it is for one purpose or for another. Whether it's for free or for education, I would go to mass and attend the mass. Now, aside from that, during the mass, we want but
okay,
So-
that's very good. The power of prayers.
yes.
Now, another question from a certain Felipe Natanyo. How should the Supreme Court balance its response to people's demand for openness and transparency while guarding against tendency to become populist? How should the Supreme Court balance its response to
I list if things the greater number, seeing to it that we feel the pulse of the people without, of course, going beyond the bounds of the law.
Okay. Now, one last question, Justice De Castro. Just from Renza Riola. Justice De Castro, has there been a time when you totally opposed a certain decision of the Supreme Court?
Is it about writing a dissent or
Yes.
I have taken the right position?
In relation to that, another question is, has there been a time when you regretted what you had taken in a case which you like?
Fortunately, I have no regret decision. But I would say that these are cases which were elevated up to the Supreme Court.
I was hoping that you may have joined us in the rough and tumble of private practice. That would be a good experience before you become a judge. Now, Justice Munoz Palma, Justice Amor Herrera had the ambition to become presiding justice, as the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court. If you're appointed Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, you will be the First Lady Justice of the Supreme Court. Do you realize that?
It will be a great honor, but at the same time, it will put a lot of pressure on me to be able to prove that I'm worthy of the position.
So if you are appointed Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, what would be your judicial philosophy? Would it be different from your judicial philosophy as a mere associate judge?
The former Chief Justices of the Court have pursued all along, and that is dedication and adherence to